What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nathan, and on this planet we send it. And what we're going to be getting in today, well, to be honest, it is a Jeeping video, but we're going to be doing things just a little bit different. And for those of you wanting to watch some of my Mojave content, because I was hoping actually to bring the Mojave out for this weekend, for this trip that we're about to show you, I was too, to be honest. But unfortunately, my Mojave has actually been in the dealer almost the last 2 weeks for a flashing check engine light. So explicitly a misfire. So they gave it back to me on Tuesday. I had it back in Thursday because they hadn't quite fixed the issue. So hopefully I'll be able to get that back soon. It's all resolved. Good thing it's under warranty. But what we are going to be doing is we're taking my LJ out to the desert. And specifically, we're heading out to the Drop Top Off-Road's first annual Desert Dash. And the reason why I'm saying we're doing this just a little bit differently, because we are going out to have a lot of fun in the Jeep. But the purpose is to be raising money for some good causes. So the plan for this video is I'm going to go ahead and just briefly cover a few things and then immediately turn it over to the organizer, so you can kind of hear from the organizers themselves on why they put this Jeeping event together. And then after that, we're going to do a little bit of wheeling, have a music montage, and then I'm going to show you a couple of times to where I kind of got myself into a couple of predicaments, one during the day and then one in the evening, although the evening really wasn't that bad. All right, I got a plan in place. Risks are acceptable. Let's go ahead and send it. Desert Bash was set up to support two options. Number one, you could camp Friday through Sunday, or you could just show up for the main event on Saturday, stay all the way through the raffle, and then head home, whatever your choice. But San Diego Jeep Club came out in force. We are a pretty good portion of the event, and I got to tell you what, we are kind of like a little bit of misfit kids when you get us all together, but it is a lot of fun. And for the San Diego Jeep Club that has been out with us, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, and you are a good person, you know, not trying to do wrong by others, then more than likely you will fit in, because it is also family friendly. I had actually checked in the previous evening, so after having some coffee, I went ahead and walked my family over to the registration table, and here you can see Sydney checking in my family, and being the daughter of Roy in the background there. And then Sally, who will be coming up here in just a second behind my cousin, she's going to be doing a speech and talking about why they decided to put Desert Bash together and the overall purpose. But before we get into that, I want to draw your attention to Sydney again, who's helping my cousins check in, because the father, Roy, who just left a little bit ago, had applied to have her overhauled by Chip Foos in the A-Team. So this is her Jeep, the Jeep that was actually overhauled on the show. I found it pretty cool, because I was talking with them about how the dad, who was obviously the insider, trying to keep the surprise from Sydney and being all sneaky and trying to get her preferences, like, hey, if you were to get wheels, what would they be? And she was like, I really don't care. I don't want to think about it. I'm not in, time to, pay for that. And Roy was like, no, but what would it be? Let's just say you did. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then it was definitely even more cool, because when I was talking with Sally, the mother, it was pretty awesome to see how proud she was. Not necessarily that Sydney actually got onto the show, but the fact that she was selected. And the reason why she was selected is because Sydney headed down to South America and sort of like on a mission, and was doing some real great charity work, helping out, doing real things down there, helping real people. So that was pretty cool, talking with Sally about that.
I just want to thank everybody for coming. This is our first year. We're flying by the seat of our pants. And whenever you plan something, if you've done it before, the biggest fear is, will anybody come? So just to see everybody here, thank you, thank you, thank you. There's so many people that have made this day possible. Thank you for the beautiful weather, first of all. David, where are you? Right David there. Bent Motorsports. I called him with his crazy idea. I said, can we get 20 people out there? He said, yes, we're in. So we knew 20 people would be here. Jesse, where are you? Jesse, hey, can you help me out? Yes, we're in. San Diego Jeep Club stepped up. I think most of you.
Alex. Most of you guys from San Diego.
From San Diego Jeep Club posted over and over, what can we do to help? How can we do it? I just want to take a second. I think most of you know what this event is for and why we're here. But I want to make sure everybody knows, because we are here for some very special reasons. First of all, veterans, please raise your hand if you are Veterans Day weekend right there. Kevin Herring, where are you? Heaven. Heaven has a non-profit trail therapy off-road. 10% of the profits straight off the top are going toward his non-profit, and he takes out. Kevin, what do you do?
We bring out disabled veterans and kind of introduce them to this community. The XJ right there, the white one, that we just got running and still has some problems, as everyone here who drives a Jeep knows. Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're going to be bringing them out in. We used to have another rig, it was a ZJ. That's in the junkyard now. So basically we teach them everything from logistics, bring back a sense of purpose essentially. It's helped me after my deployments. So we just give that outlet. And then as we learn veterans more specifically, we direct them on a path towards more help, whichever way it goes. So if anyone wants to volunteer or get more info, trailtherapyoffroad.org. Ask myself, and I'm just going to be running around all day. And,
or if you want to donate directly to him, feel free. You throw money at him.
It's all on the website.
So the second thing is we are obviously here. Roy and Sydney ran the Everyman race in the Rock Jock Jeep over there last year, and so we're here to raise money primarily starting with the entry fee, which is, gang, $3,500 for the entry fee-ish. So that's our big goal for today. But the bigger part of that is that we have a corporate sponsor. That corporate sponsor, for whatever money we raise in profit today, they will write a check to fight human trafficking straight toward kingsransom.org. That is a subject that's near and dear to our heart and really important to us. So even though you are donating to us, it will go dollar for dollar. We will announce how much money is made and that check. Sydney did this once before when she did the Rebel Rally, and her partner raised over $21,000 to fight human trafficking.
Wow.
So honestly, that is so as things maybe don't go perfect today, or it's not as organized as maybe you'd like it to be, please just keep in your heart what we're really here for, because we wouldn't just be doing this just for the race. That's just our avenue to be able to talk about a difficult subject and to do some great things.
I wanted to show the clips of Sally talking about the purpose of Desert Dash so you could hear it from those who actually organized it and even supported it, like Bent Motorsports. You can see it's definitely a small group compared to long-standing Jeep events, but it's supporting some awesome causes, and if they keep going, I'm sure they're going to grow every iteration. Desert Dash was set up similar to a Jeepers Jamboree. Although I've never attended a Jeepers Jamboree, I say Desert Dash is similar after talking with those who were setting up for the Rubicon Jeepers Jamboree earlier this year on my Rubicon trip. I'll place a link in the upper right if you haven't seen that trip yet. The reason why I say it's similar is because they included not only access to the private 600 acres, but they also provided lunch with the admission, and you had the option of purchasing a dinner ticket too. Plus, after you saw Sally talking to about the great organizations they plan on supporting, where the proceeds ended up going to, she went on to have an overall drivers meeting. Afterwards, they split up the participants into 3 groups, the beginners, intermediate, and advanced, and we kind of broke off into our own groups to have a little bit more intimate drivers meeting. But I also say that the beginners group started last so that the organizers could run the new drivers through some of the basics like disconnecting your sway bar, airing down, or even how and when to use your lockers. I thought that was pretty cool of them to do. Last thing I'll mention before we kick off the music montage is the San Diego Jeep Club Black Ops assisted in doing what they do regularly at San Diego Jeep Club events. They spread out among the Jeep trains and helped everyone who experienced any issues, like you'll see me get into an uncomfortable situation here at the end. Good morning. So we are here at Desert Dash, the very first day of the first iteration of where basically for those that didn't want to camp out, they came out this morning, and we're broken down into 3 different groups. And I'm doing the intermediate because one of the people with my party, my family, didn't have lockers to do the advanced one. So we're enjoying a nice intermediate trail here in the desert out in Borrego Springs, Ocotillo area, not too far from Truck Haven. A nice gentleman's name, I forget his name, but letting us use his property, which is just awesome, and just definitely some of the awesome scenery that the desert has to offer. And weather-wise, we're really lucky now, because usually when it gets windy here in the desert, it can just be uncomfortable if you're doing tent camping like we are. But today is just absolutely gorgeous, and the wind is like light and variable, and I think tonight it's not like, I think it's gonna get a little windy, but we're gonna be well under 20-mile-an-hour gusts, so it's gonna be a great day. So for the rest of the trip, I'm just gonna go ahead and, at least for this trail, we'll be out a little bit later doing some more stuff. But right now, oh, nice drop. I probably need to pay a little bit better attention to where the wheels are. But we're gonna do this trail with this group. I think there's gonna be a group picture here at the end, and then afterwards, there's probably gonna be smaller groups going off, which I'll definitely be heading out to. But we will be checking out the raffle and the prizes to see who wins that. All right.
I see you seeing Sam.
All right, I'll see you guys on the. I think what we'll do now is I'll do a little music montage, and we'll go through the scenery around this trail, and then yeah, we'll be here at the next step. I'm not quite sure how the schedule is going to go, or else I'd be a little bit more specific. But we're out jeeping. It's my first time jeeping, I think, since the Rubicon, and it's going to be a great time. All right, I'll see you guys after the music montage. I don't know if you guys saw the Weather Channel, but there's going to be mud on the forecast.
I don't know, Patrick. These are called the mud hills for some reason. That's crazy.
Heidi, so how was it? It was scary?
It was a drop, but it was good.
No issue? Just a little bit as soon as you were able to see the ground?
So, yeah, as soon as I had, when you go over and you're kind of like, you don't know where you're going.
Yeah. Tomorrow, well, later today, we'll just head straight. Okay.
Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. Send it. Nice. I had just realized that I forgot to mention that Sydney was the one who had actually led the group, the intermediate group. So, definitely thank you to Sydney for taking us through it. As you can see, it was a very scenic and beautiful trail. Pretty easy. Nothing too challenging. A few places, as you saw, we had to tow some people that got a little high center. But really, it was a lot of fun and just a great day, especially due to the weather, like I mentioned earlier. Now we're going to get into where I kind of got myself into a little bit of a predicament. Since the owner said we were allowed to trailblaze, as we got past a Pinstripe Pass and made our way kind of out to flatter land, I saw an area where I was able to get a good group photo, because I could tell that we were finishing up and I wasn't going to get another opportunity to get another group photo, so I got out to take this video here. And after taking this video, you know, I kind of went down and I checked the trail that I was about to go down and identified a place that I wanted to go basically exit off of this little hill. But unfortunately, although I recognized it was a little bit narrow and I identified where I wanted to turn down off of, I ended up getting into a little bit uncomfortable of a spot. So check this out. We'll get to where I ended up stopping and asking for help. So as you can see, I was leaning the wrong way, as in towards the cliff and not away from it. So I got out, I took a look. What was kind of hard to see in the clip is that as I started to turn left away from it, I actually started sliding into it. So that's why I got out, decided to take a look. And just as I was getting back into the Jeep, you know, after realizing I got so many Jeeps out here with winches, I may as well go ask for help. Arnie and Black Ops came over the net and asked,
You need any help, Nathaniel?
"Yes.
You need any help?
Yes." I don't know if you were able to hear by my voice there, but I was in an uncomfortable situation. This gentleman, you know, I didn't catch his name. You know, whoever you are, if you're watching this video, thank you for the help. What he's doing here is just kind of kicking in some rocks and dirt to make sure that when I came up, my front passenger wheel would basically be planted and I'd be just fine. And he was very confident I would have been, you know, there would have been no issue. But, you know, as far as like planning and sending it, this is at one point to where I felt the risks were not acceptable. So I chose to go ahead and just pull cable because, like I said, there are so many Jeeps around me that had winches, I may as well just play it safe. As you'll see here in just a second, the gentleman that came up to help me with pushing the dirt under, you know, making sure my wheels were planted, plus with a little bit of tension here from the winch, I came off this with zero issues. It felt very comfortable. So thank you to my cousin Ryan for pulling cable. Thank you for Arnie and Tyson, one of the organizers, for, you know, sort of supervising the pulling. And then thank you to my cousin Eric for recording this, or else I wouldn't have it to show you guys on how I got myself into a predicament. But we'll go ahead and show you what it looks like kind of coming off the side, and then I'm going to jump right into here to show you what it looked like from the inside. Now. Ready? So we made our way back to camp from that point, and everyone broke out and had lunch, whether you had some of the free hot dogs that they were providing or made otherwise. And so afterwards, everyone was left up to their own devices to go ahead and do whatever trails they wanted to do on the 600 acres we had access to. So that was pretty cool. As you can see, my family here and I going by. A little bit later, what they were doing is they had this little competition among, like, at least the stick shifts to try to go up this little hill here in idle. I guess whoever won was the one who was able to make it up the highest. But that was a little competition there they were doing. After that, we all ended up over doing the raffle. And the raffle, you know, again, special shout out to Bent Motorsports. I think they did provide the most prizes, but, you know, definitely thank you to everyone else that provided prizes too, because it was a great time. However, after the raffle, you know, I ended up finding myself in a little bit of a predicament because we went out for what was supposed to be an easy night of canyon creeping, doing a little bit of night driving, and then I ended up in a position to where I didn't really feel comfortable. It turned out being not a bad situation like you're about to see here, but unfortunately, since everything was at night and I'm not used to driving at night, things just didn't look good for me. And after everything that happened earlier that day, you know, once my cousin came out to spot, you know, all went well.
Bring it.
Now start cutting that way a little bit. Just slow down. Slow down. Don't run me over.
A little more driver. There you go. Straight down, straight down, straight down. He's got it.
Come on. Get that way a little bit. There you go.
Yeah, a little more past there.
One straight.
Keep going.
Look down front. Hug it. There you go. Now, slow down. Turn.
There it is. You made it.
Now, I know the camera made that look real easy, and to be honest, it was. The challenge that I was facing on that was without the illumination from Yeti over there to the right, the white Jeep, the shadow that was coming down there made it look like it was a lot more significant of a jump. But once my cousin went over there and checked it out, he realized it was nothing and spotted me through. So thanks to my cousin for spotting me down, and thanks to Bob, who my family has now affectionately come to know as Canyon Bob because of this. So Canyon Bob, thank you for recording. I couldn't have got these shots without you.
Sorry, come on. Go this way. Just a hair. Stop. Now go straight. Come here this way a little bit. More driver. Yep. More driver. More driver. There it is. Straighten out. Keep on going. Straighten out now? Yeah, straighten out. Come straight. No. That's passenger. There we go. Now come on. Come on. Let her go. You're fine.
Let her go and go where?
Well, just kind of, because you're gonna go straight out, Eric.
Just go straight?
Yeah, you got big ass tires. You ain't worried about nothing.
Go straight.
Come on. Seriously, you just gotta go straight here.
Ooh.
There you go. There you go. Perfect. See, like I said, you got big ass tires.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.